No, not new PC. That's still coming in. I stole someone's GPU. I'll give it back when I'm done. Hey, pop out. When new PC coming? I have no clue. They still haven't finished it, so I had to inflict code red and yoink someone's GPU. So that is what we shall be doing today. Is finally playing. All right, we're gonna like do everything I can to reduce lag. So I'm gonna do this. Now this should all work. Thoughts on fire detonating arrow? You don't really have a reason to play detonating arrow right now. Detonating arrow is not in a very good spot. There's like one specific version where you like one tap a boss. That's really all that matters right now. You don't play PoE. I do play PoE. I just have very inconvenient timing. That's all. Maybe one day I'll get to play PoE too. I've been playing PoE since 3.0, so I do play PoE. Thank you very much. Let's test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do some warlock testing today. All right. Hopefully this is fine. Hopefully we're not lagging. The biggest problem is you just don't have a reason to play it. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll get to play PoE 2 again. Who knows? Because I did actually enjoy it. Yeah, I would love to play PoE 2 if they would give me an actual like time to do it. Like I might play it one day when I have time, when there's like a time off or whatever, but with how much work that I've been doing last Epoch wise, like I just don't think it's in the cards right now. Because even when like you guys are all off playing other games and stuff like that, I'm still working on last Epoch stuff. Like I had so much content planned and so much work planned, but I got screwed over because of my GPU frying like a fucking crisp. So I had to reduce the amount of content I was going to make this patch. It's okay. Well, with the new computer, we should be able to make significantly more. 2 more days, I completely agree. 2 more days. See, the newer blood would be insane here, by the way. It would kill all these very quickly in comparison to like the single target rip blood that we have. Maybe one day Primal will still get something similar. Who knows? How's the computer coming? They're still building it. It hasn't shipped yet, so I had to yoink someone's GPU. I plan on giving it back. Don't worry. We had a little bit of a understanding. It's your new PCB specs. We'll talk about it when we get it. I don't want to unveil it yet. What are your top builds you want to try out this patch? Uh, I want to try some kind of minion necromancer, like a skeleton necromancer. I want to play like a bunch of different liches. I want to play, like, off the top of my head, there's some Cinder Strike stuff I want to play with. I want to play that Wildfire Heartseeker setup that Trickster's League starting. I want to play Bleed Earthquake Werebear in Bear. Summoned Bear. I want to play that for funsies. I don't think it'll be very good, but it'll be fun. There's a few things I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to do. I'm just gonna go with the flow and see what I get. Because if I end up getting like a 2 to 3 LP Primordial Unique, I'm obviously gonna try building around it. Your opinion, Paladin, Bleed Smite, or Judgment? Judgment. Probably Judgment again. I would just play Judgment. If that's what you care about, that's the way to go. I don't really have a reason to tell you otherwise. MG or COF? I always play MG in the beginning, and then I play COF at the end of the season. It's the most efficient way of playing, because you get to have two different experiences of Last Epoch. One time with like MG and one time without it. Does Wraith Infernal Shade hold any potential? Maybe with Ghostmaker? There's actually going to be a guide on Maxwell uploaded soon. It's going to be Infernal Shade Necromancer. Keep your eye out for that. That build didn't get touched at all, so it'll be up there eventually. Let's see if the new good for minion items can buff Manifest Armor. Yeah? Yeah. One meme I want to do before we end is I want to play a Necromancer with a Dreadshade, and I want to like juice up a singular T-Rex to the absolute moon. Like I want to take the T-Rex and just like try to make it actually function. It's probably going to be absolutely terrible, but I think it'll be entertaining at the very least. I want to play around with the new resummoning for skeletons, where you can play like the auto bomber sacrifice setup. In theory, that should be very fun. It's on the list. This goes great, Mashira. Just had to yoink this GPU from someone. Let's put it like this. I am now I gave a few favors or two, so I have this GPU now. I'm only gonna spec 2 of these nodes because it's getting nerfed, so I want to feel the new version. To replicate the new version, I'm only gonna grab 2 nodes now that they finally nerfed it. Finally. Scorpion Avalanche bait. I'll be honest, brother. I haven't really looked too much into Scorpion's tree, so I'm not the one to ask. Can't hear any game audio? That's on purpose. At start than it is now? No, I completely agree. Oh, I'm just talking about the flat node that they nerfed this node. They nerfed this node to half its effect, so I'm just going to put in 2 points just to test, right? Your Wildfire Embers video, you didn't mention Flame Whip Warlock. I think it'll be fine. Why would you use Wildfire Embers on it? It's hard to use that. I think you'd rather use the chest that gives Giga low life instead of just Exanguinous. It's like a very large upgrade. Opinion on T8 champion affixes. I'll be honest, I don't really know how they'll end up feeling or not. Maybe they'll be good, maybe they won't. Right now, champion affixes aren't that good, so If they can be better than what they are now, I'm sure it's fine. Well, it seems like my computer isn't dying, and I'm restreaming to both YouTube and Twitch right now, so it seems like we're fine. That's good. I wanted to do a test stream before tomorrow or the next day, right? Yeah, anytime, Bob Benson. Anytime. I had some straight up weirdos talking about it, but other than that, it's been fine for that. Using the pig amulet. The pig amulet's very good. So, yeah. You get some ignite chance for sure, but the problem is you'd have to stack fire resistance. So I don't know where you're getting all this fire resistance. That's a big problem. Start off my 10th support requesting hired. No, you're fine, broski. Don't do that. Please don't harass support like that. They don't need that shit. What GPU are you using right now? I think it's a 30 series of some kind. I didn't really ask. All I asked was for one of their GPUs they had, and they gave it to me willingly. I shall be giving it back, obviously, when I'm no longer done. When my PC comes. All I know is it's a 30 series. Also, if I was affiliated with them in terms of currency and stuff like that, I probably wouldn't be able to make YouTube content anymore, and I prefer not to do that. 30 beats my 2070? Yeah, I know, but it's not. Yeah. I've waited on any suggests so I can look up. There will be one on maxroll.gg if you go to the description of this video, the live stream. You can find a link to maxwell.gg, and if you go to the last Epoch section, you type in Rive, you'll be able to find it. It's made by Volca. I trust Volca. Well, I would suggest the one on LE Tools because it's been updated for this patch already. If you look in the leaderboards, those won't be updated to this next patch. I'd heavily suggest Volca's version. Sound? I don't have in-game sound on purpose. What are your predictions for Tornado Werebear? The upper echelon of DPS got nerfed to smidgen, but the survivability of the build is going to like reach multiple different levels of tankiness. What are the odds we don't have server issues on patch day? I don't know. Literally don't know about that. Any build would you recommend that's just fun, satisfying playstyle for a more casual player? Exclamation mark YouTube. My my channel is a smorgasbord of options if you want that. My channel's like a treasure trove for that. That's what you want. Yep, we're playing. No, I haven't updated yet. I plan on updating it, Angelo. There's a lot of builds I need to play and update. It's just like I said, having the GPU fry out on me was a bit of a, what do you call it? It it dampened my spirits a little bit, but we're back. We're back. So your notable favorites in the RPG genre outside of Last Epoch? Well, PoE one. I enjoyed my time with PoE two. Um, I like Torchlight, but I don't like their monetization, so I can't really recommend it. Uh, there was a mod pack for Minecraft called Craft to Exile. It's actually kind of entertaining. Hero Siege is actually slightly entertaining, but the owner and the lead dev of it is a giant douchebag. Uh, Hell Clock was really fun. I enjoyed Hell Clock. I really enjoyed Hell Clock. Uh, oh yeah, actually, what's it called? What's it called? Ghost Lore is an indie ARPG. That one's pretty fun. I enjoyed that one. That one was pretty good. I enjoyed Grim Dawn, but I enjoyed it in a completely different way than other people enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because it reminded me of Dungeon Siege. A lot of people were, like, try to compare it to like PoE and Last Epoch and all that. I'm just like, when I ended up playing it, I'm just like, this just feels like playing Dungeon Siege. I don't know, just a weird feeling for me. Slormancer. Oh my god, Slormancer, you're right. Oh my god, dude. Oh fuck. Yeah, Slormancer. If you want to play anything, Slormancer is the way to go. Dude, that's like twice in a row, Jesus. Slormancer. Oh my god, Slormancer. Oh my god, Slormancer is like one of the best boredom busters this side of the Mississippi. Oh my god, I cannot give Slormancer enough praise at all. I legitimately could not give Slormancer enough praise even if I tried. That game deserves an Emmy for all I care. Like, that game. I need to play Chronicon eventually. It's on the list. What happened to CTE? Craft to Exile? There was a new version. Craft to Exile 2. It got the new one. What happened to the GPU? It fried. Is a new one. Yeah, like I said, I had a very good time with Swordmancer. Swordmancer is like one of my favorite games out there right now when it comes to the ARPG genre. Very, very underrated, not appreciated enough for sure. It's part of a genre I call boredom busters. The kind of game that you can play for hours and hours and hours and get rid of all the boredom that you have. Tried Wolcen? No. And I probably will never till the end of time, because at this point it's more funny to keep up the meme than whatever enjoyment I would ever get out of playing Wilson. Hellclock's pretty good. I'm waiting for more content for Hellclock. I didn't want to make a video on Hellclock because I wanted it to mature a little bit before I made a video on it. If I use life drain uniques like Exang Boots, I cannot use the Lich form, right? Uh, it will be difficult, yes. I would not try to do that. Alright, so this is with only 2 points in the flat damage node. Seems like we're fine. Seems like we're fine. I usually play without audio. Yep. Well, the Acolyte leveling should be even better next patch because we get access to Rip Blood in a line instead of Rip Blood on a singular target. It should actually be amazing, to be honest. Hopefully. I'm simulating the nerf to the flat damage, so we should be good on that avenue, it seems. We'll just have like 2 less points, which is really not that big of a deal, to be honest with you. Good for Circle of Fortune. Every single build I recommended would be good for Circle of Fortune. There's no quantifiable difference between Circle and Fortune or MG other than the speed at which you acquire the gear. Other than the speed at which you acquire gear, there is no quantifiable difference. Other than maybe you get like your red ring slightly faster, and even then, that's like a stretch. Like, sincerely, people overestimate how much of a difference it is. Like, sincerely, I don't think it's that big of a difference. After playing both modes, like it is really doesn't matter. The only big difference is day one for Merchant's Guild. If you get to endgame very quickly, like me, you'll be kind of cucked slightly because there will be no market. But you just play a good enough build and it's not that big of a deal, right? If you're trying to rely on things day one, then you might have issues. But like other than that, it's like whatever. Double cast and Marrow Shards work if you proc it via Rip Code. No, that's only on direct cast. Like there's not that much of a difference between the game modes. Frog, yeah, the frog unique, that one looks fun. I want to play that eventually. Are you just gonna level with Fissure? Yeah, like I always do. Fissure plus Infernal Shade. The problem with the black market token in MG and day one and all that is usually when I get to the end game day one, there's just no one selling anything because no one's even gotten to end game yet. So I usually end up just not having anything to buy. So I just rush to like 1,000 corruption without buying a single item because of that, and it's an interesting experience to say the least. Every single time this happens, the campaign changes. Are you still gonna rush to maps with the skip? Yeah, I'm just gonna rush to maps. There's no skip. I'm just gonna rush to maps. Like I'm just gonna go into maps at like level 40 like I normally do. It's fine. Infernal Shade can take it. Infernal Shade's overpowered as fuck early on, so start COF and switch to MG. The problem with that is all of my gear that I farmed that day will all get like become irrelevant, and it's really just not what I want to do. I'd rather just play MG. To be honest, it makes the build more viable for noobs because like if I can do it with no faction bonuses, they can sure as hell do it with faction bonuses. Let's be real, right? If I can do it with no faction bonuses and you can do it with faction bonuses, come on, man. Like I'm playing on hard mode. Do you think Harvest will be okay? I think it will be fine, but I will have to try it out. I can't give you promises as I don't know how it'll feel, but it looks better if that makes you feel any better. I don't know how much better. Infernal Shade with Wildfire Shards. It's hard to make those two work together because when you get the double hit and stuff like that, it just isn't that efficient with Infernal Shades because of the double casting doesn't help you that much pretty much. It's not like that convenient. While like you could just use the gloves and just get a bajillion bleed chance. You skipping chapter 10. Um well, what once I get red rings, maybe I'll go back and do the campaign. Go to Abomination Field Theory Craft. Yeah, on maxroll.gg. If you go to the description of the YouTube VOD, the one on there is a good source. Multiple people who have been pushing the meta for last Epoch have put their minds together on that character. So if you want to see what it looks like, suggest going there. Necro or Lich into speed mapping. Lich. 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 You get movement speed in Lich form, so. It should be great, Vivi, but we'd have to try it out. It's on the list. New computer yet? No. I do Yoinka's GPU from someone so I could play. I plan on giving it back. Didn't pull up chat box? What do you mean pull up chat box? Mean like the chat in game? Like I just ignore that. Can you do cosmetics in offline mode now? Next patch, yes. In 2 days you can, yes. Speaking of cosmetics, your stream chats, you're gonna make a chat box. Oh, yeah, I know. I didn't get around to it. I'm sorry. What's up, Cordio? How are you doing today, sir? Will Abomination be better than Bear? I think Bear will be more fun to play. I think A-Bomb might have a higher ceiling than Bear, but I think Bear will be more fun to play, if that's what you're asking. Leveling from level 1 to 20 is terrible on Primalist. So if you care about that, that definitely is a factor for sure. Okay. I mean, you'll definitely just have to try both in game, wouldn't you, Vivi? Flame Reeve? Uh, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it can be fine. I don't think I would ever try to do Uber Aberoth with it though. But you can do the rest of the content in the game. Stygian Cole, it should be fine. Should be better in theory. Primordial uniques can only make it better, right? In theory. Mao Mao on YouTube. Mao Mao on YouTube. He actually theory crafted a poison Stygian Cole Lich with Infernal Shade for clear. If you're interested. How different is leveling pre-patch? How you think a season start will be? Well, we're already testing it, and right now it'll be better. It'll be much better next patch because you'll get to shoot Rip Blood in a line. I'm already testing the nerf for Rip Blood, so like, but Rip Blood will be shooting in a line instead of just a singular target, which will just giga fuck in comparison to now. So I'm excited for it. Well, yeah. Well, it got downgraded because it's not just a this build got worse thing. It's more of a there are better builds that exist kind of thing. Like the build ceiling raises and raises as they add more and more power creep, you see. No Spirit Plague for farming? I don't have Spirit Plague on my bar. If I had Spirit Plague, I'd put it on my bar. Anything else limiting Flay, Flicker Strike other than mana cost? Just mana cost. Just mana cost. That's the biggest thing. Also, it's a 200% added damage effect on a skill, which doesn't seem like bad on the surface until you like look into the numbers. Like the damage might be a little bit lower than you'd like. Pretty much what I would say is get ready to use something else for single target when it comes to Flay. Get ready to use something else for single target. That is my that is my piece of advice for Flay. You might just want to do that. What am I getting dinged for? Oh, there's news. What's this about? August 20th, 11 a.m. Oh, okay, that's fine, whatever. See here, the Rip Blood would be so much better next patch because of the pretty much how it functions. Or you thought about what we could fit into Flay for single target? I mean, it depends on what version of Flay. If you're doing melee crit, you can use Harvest. If you're going for spell Flay, you can use Chaos Bolts. If you're going for ailment, you can go for Chaos Bolts again. Like, there's a lot of different options. Well, anything with an on-kill explosion should be thought about because on-kill explosions are crazy, especially if they're that big as Flay showed, right? So, as long as it holds its end of the bargain, it should be fine. Recommendation for leveling as a Beastmaster: cry and ask someone else for help to get through levels 1 through 20 to 40. And then if that's not effective, level a rogue to level 40 use some runes of ascendance on movement speed gear and some better gear, and then start leveling the primalist. You'll have a much better time. And like, I'm not even joking, by the way. Like, I'm legitimately not even joking. Like, that's my serious thoughts around it. Is literally just level as a rogue real quick, and then swap into it when you're done. I'm legitimately being serious. Like, that is a legitimate way of leveling Primalist right now. Something like Firestar or Pontifex help out in the early game? Yes, anything. Just having runes of shattering to be able to put on gear that actually has modifiers on it is a good start. Anything is a good start for that. Anything. Anything is a good start for that thing. Oh my god, dude, come on. He crit me. No, you motherfucker. Ow. Oh, it's an increased damage one. No wonder. Lamau. Get wrecked, nerd. Yowzers. Rip. Time to redo run. We lost my deathless tag. How dare we? Why are you using an X? Because it was convenient, because I had damage over time on it. And with this setup, you have plenty of flat damage. You want percent damage, not hardcore viable. Yepers, totally. Yep. Is this gonna be your cycle starter? No. It's gonna be Bleed, Infernal Shade, Warlock. It's on YouTube already. Is there a shield throw? Pinching Loaf on YouTube. Type in Pinching Loaf last Epoch YouTube for it. That would he's done a shield throw build that I would suggest. How do you plan to build it to get the gloves? Bagel Luck on YouTube. I explained it in the League Start video. You can always stick around and watch though. You're gonna be watching it in a moment to get access to everything. The ghost looks so cool. Yeah, I agree. I wish Wandering Spirits was better. So I'm about playing Frostclaw Ignite with Wildfire Amulet. Do you think it'd be a good build? It should be fine. It's something I want to play eventually, so it means it's at least palpable, right? I mean, I literally talked about it on YouTube multiple times. And then I also like like come on, man. They posted a bingo sheet. Is it really fun if like they post the bingo sheet though? Low key, like is it fun if they do it? Yeah, you can still go past 999. Like what's the point of like dude, that's not the point of the bingo sheet. They ruined the sacrilege of the bingo sheet, dude. The whole point of the bingo sheet is to meme about things that we want and we don't get. When they do it, it doesn't make any sense. It's not funny. Harmony of the First Planner Link? No. For what build? Like, you have to be significantly more specific than that. And no, I don't have one for that. Hi. When do you do passive and idle quest? When I'm done with the campaign. It's more convenient that way for me. Oh, fuck. Uh, we're just gonna pretend we didn't drop that, okay? We're just gonna pretend we didn't drop that. We're just gonna pretend we didn't drop that. Drop what exactly? I think we're supposed to swap to Chthonic Fissure at this point. The staff yet? It's okay. We will drop the ones. What's up, Mal? How are you doing? I'm so happy you finally caught up to the propaganda machine that is Infernal Shade. Staff is better. I mean, anything like staff is good because so we get a lot of our flat from Rip Blood, so we just want something with like as much percent damage as possible. Oh, that I went the wrong way. I'm dumb. Completely wrong way. Old cold upheaval werebear with cold tiger is viable. I think playing a minion build on druid isn't necessarily a good idea currently, so I would say no. Personally, anyways. Airstrom Scorpion looking nice, yeah. I have that back. Thank you. I want as much mana regen as possible. What's up, Scuba? How are you doing today? Is Illustrial Strife still decent or is it outclassed now? Well, they keep fucking nerfing it, so I don't know. Apparently it's good because they keep nerfing it, so I mean it's a good start, but so Mashira, how are you doing? Big vibe? Heck yeah. It's okay. I'm sure there's a lot of people trying to decide their starter right now, Machira. Res Live must be my birthday. Well, I managed to yoink a GPU to be able to stream for now. I do have to give it back, but once my computer gets here, but I am able to actually do things now. To ask a big, big favor for it, but still. We have it now. Audio is fine. It's on purpose. It's because of the way that I have my audio mixing set up. You guys can hear in-game sounds, and I'm completely fine with that. What would be the best pet build in your opinion? The best pet build? Hmm. I don't know. I'm not really into pet play there, Huge. So I have to ask someone who's more inclined to that kind of role play. Well, to Rush be able to kill Uber Aberoth. So yeah, I would heavily suggest speaking to someone. So you have to ask Perry. I don't think Perry likes minions, so he's not the person to ask. That's the problem. Everyone wants me to give an answer when it comes to this kind of stuff, and it's just like, well, I want to actually play the patch and know first before giving recommendations, right? I personally like doing that. Yeah. Hmm. Well, snapshotting's gone, so it could be anything at this point. We also don't know how good Earthquake BM's going to be. We just have a good idea thanks to numbers and stuff like that. So It's up in the air currently for the most part. Well, that's pretty okay. Oh, what's up, pal? How are you guys doing today? What's up, guys? Pal, you need to avert your eyes. You need to avert your eyes. You're gonna see what it's like on the other side, man. You can't do this. You're gonna not play Primalist after seeing this. No. You can't be watching this. Shoot, I need to like make my gameplay like Primalist gameplay. Eh. There you go. We're playing Primalist now. We're playing Primalist now. Eh. Fuck. God damn it. No. Ah! Damn it. That's what I get for playing Primalist, dude. Damn it. Fuck. It's okay. We might be playing Primalist right now. Who knows? We'll see. Dude peaked in campaign and is talking shit. What's up? How's it going, man? How are you doing today? How are you doing today, sir? I might need that regen back, actually. Tried Infernal Shade from the get-go? Yeah. That's what we usually do. That's what we normally do. We're one node off the pop, so I'm just missing like one specific node. Like I'm missing this node and then we're good to go. I just don't have it yet. At the end was the play. Well, that's nice to hear, pal. Maybe one day they'll buff Primus leveling. Thanks for the raid, man. How's it going, Raiders? Hello. This is Dread. I make a lot of last Epoch content. It's pretty much all I do all day. Play last Epoch. At least when my computer's working. I had to go bum a GPU off someone recently just to be able to play right now, so thank God for that. Alright, I don't have the Infernal Shade pop, so I don't know how good this is going to be. Yeah, this is going to be like a little Monka S for a little bit, but that's fine. It's like one specific note away. It's okay, we'll cosplay as Primalist for a little bit, it's fine. Not talking shit anymore. We'll be talking shit in like about 5 minutes from now, okay? Took yeah. I mean, what we're about to take in Infernal Shade, well, in Chthonic Fissure will multiply my damage into the stratosphere, so good morning, everyone, by the way. So, the same way, yep, we're going to be playing exactly how I played it in the Zero to Hero guide. So, if you are unaware of how that went, I would heavily suggest go and watch it, as it'll make it way easier on yourself instead of trying to like watch it after the fact. Not even game audio? That's on purpose. I'm literally doing almost everything in my power currently to try to make it so that my audio isn't terrible. I mean, not my audio, I mean, my frames aren't terrible. I'm tired of playing at 0 frame rate. I'm still not sure if it's my GPU or my CPU causing the problems. I got a different. I bummed off a CPU and a GPU, so I don't know which one was the problem. But all I know is I have new tech, at least for now, until my computer gets here. And I'm not. If I end up breaking someone else's computer, like someone else's stuff, that's bad. That's bad. It's super bad. Any opinions on skills like Dark Quiver in the game? Dark Quiver's fine. It just needs some quality of life stuff. If you could hold multiple amounts of dark, in my opinion, Dark Quiver should be just press button. You get like 10 arrows, and then you just use them. In my opinion, right now in its current state, it's kind of monka ass. It's like feels like it was a PoE 2 skill, at least designed as such. There you go. Now we have the damage. There you go. Only problem is it likes to aim towards the enemies not near me, unfortunately. Can we pre-download the patch? No. No more BM gameplay? I know, Sag. You can be my only star. To be fair, it's going to be a smidgen struggle bus until we get the explosion node, but like, that's not that big of a deal. In the game where you have to let Fissure run out, I don't think so. Mason Clark, it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it, no. Don't dunk on Scorp. Oh, no, I'm not dunking on. Dude, I'm like one of the only people that believe in Scorp. Ask Pal. I'm like one of the only people on this planet that believes in it. Trust me. When I'm dunking on it, I'm doing it out of love. I promise you. There, a real weapon from a more civilized time. Oh my god. Just run past it. Run past it. Ignore it. It's not there. It's not there. There was a bug if you recast Chthonic Fissure, it would fuck up everything. Do is take all 5 Shark Stack nodes while having a 2-second cooldown swipe. Is there any tech I'm not aware of? Uh, which one? You mean like with enough duration it should be fine. Because you have the one every 3 seconds at the bottom of the tree, and then you have the 25% chance on hit to get it. Although I think if you cooldown scale, it's fine, but I think early on it's not worth it. Personally, it's okay. Once we get to monoliths, the gloves are off. Who cares? It's just wall leveling. Sounds ass. It is ass. I agree. You're entering the world of is it ass or is it not ass currently, so I think people are way too DPS hungry and don't think about quality of life. Is Tyrant Skull coming season 3? It's coming season 3 in 2 days, sir. You have 2 days of waiting. You can be my only star. You forever. You can be my only star. Anytime, Dinka. New gloves can convert generic ailment chances to bleed chance, but can that convert chance with some conditions like ignite chance fire skills? If it works like Malin's Hubris, yes. Because Malin's Hubris works that way. If you have bleed chance with melee skills, if you use Malin's Hubris, right, it works the same exact way. Yeah. What am I grabbing next? I think it's teleport, right? But transplant. Yeah, it's transplant, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, because we're gonna be running out of mana eventually here. Yeah, anytime, sir. If it works like Malin's Hubris, it should work. Oh no, no mana. I feel like Karn all of a sudden. Boop. The snoot. How do items determine which comes out on top? Like if I convert item conversions are last. You cannot convert multiple times, but item conversions are last. I know Primalist leveling isn't that bad. I'm just teasing about it. As someone who has leveled many Primalists, more Primalists than you guys probably have ever have, I can tell you right now. I say these things out of love. I know. Are you gonna go straight into mono or finish the campaign? I'm gonna go straight into monolith. I'll finish the campaign later for my points. Yeah, totem leveling's fine once you actually get the stuff for it. Can you like hit the enemy? Thank you. That I want. Beautiful. I'm only in a hurry because I have to get a video out on day 1 or day 2, so I want to get there. How's the PC surviving? It's doing fine. I managed to bum a GPU and a CPU from someone, so we'll be using that until my computer gets here. Going hardcore or softcore? Softcore. All right, now we have the explosion. Now we're gaming. I don't have that much ailment chance though, unfortunately. I have to get a. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, I can't right now. Shit. Can you like not? Ow. Like a new item here. Hardcore is a good way of losing a new PC. Hardcore is a good way of losing a lot of effort that I normally wouldn't like. Like hardcore is a good way of losing a lot of effort that normally could be put towards working on video content and such. All right, I must check while we're here. Okay, so that's where it went. Interesting. Hardcore can be video content too. Yeah, but not with the audience that last Epoch has. It's a lot like hardcore is more of a streaming thing. And you use YouTube to funnel people into the streaming, right? Oh my god, just shh, shh. Don't tell anyone. When you want to diversify. Oh, I know. Boop the snoot. Regen. Better item in theory. No, actually not. That could be better. Oh, really? Budster. What? 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 Wait, it already ended? Wait, what? What? It kicked me out? No, it didn't. Wait, what? You have to relog? Oh, okay. What's up, Sleepy? How are you doing? I'm like, what? What the fuck? Jump scare? Do you think leveling as Lich is viable? Yeah, it's probably fine. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think that's a big of an idea. How are you doing, Mr. Sleepy? How are you doing, man? Good morning, sir. Best bear build? It's probably gonna be Earthquake Melee Crit. I know downtime is tomorrow. There, we're fine. What? Come on. What? What? What have you done? No, it's the game. It's down? But it's literally tomorrow is when it's down. It's not today. What? Come on. That's nonsense, brother. Aha! We're fine. Wait, cultist camp? What? What? Oh, and it maybe. Are we good? Yeah, I guess we're fine. Okay, all right. Whatever. Just fucking whatever. Just ignore it. Move on. Herber. Whatever the fuck that was. No, I did not get rolled back. It just that specific time frame when you get kicked out in the middle of that specific loading screen's kind of funny. We Gucci. We're fine. We're fine. That was kind of funny. Ah. All the mlems. Now, Sleepy, you get to actually see what Infernal Shade actually looks like when you build it properly, instead of like make 50 different decisions in 20 seconds. No timer for the run? I don't do that shit. I play the game to have fun. I'm more doing this just to remember how to set up the leveling spec and all that. Thanks for the sub with the prime. Didn't load the chat, yeah. 100% area. Dude, we're going to be able to get so much access to so much area next match. I'm excited for that. Like, don't get me wrong, speedrunning's fun and all. I've done my fair share of it. But, like, I'll be honest right now, I'm just trying to remember how to level this spec specifically. So I'm just relaxing. If you look at the length of the stream, in theory, that's my current time. So right now we're an hour into it or whatever. I don't know. Top tier build next patch, Sinner Strike Blade Dancer. Volatile Zombie Infernal Shade build is still good. No, it should be fine, yeah. What it loses in damage, Falky, it gains in primordial items and insane survivability. I'll be honest, people were kind of overhyping Deathsteel a little bit in terms of damage. It was not 100% uptime on the damage, meaning that the damage that you thought you were getting isn't nearly as much as you were actually getting. You scale to kill Uber Abbey. What build? Bleed Infernal Shade? I don't know. We'll figure it out when we play it. If it does end up doing it, I'll make a video talking about it. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I really can't tell you until I actually play it. To be fair, so did PLE Mugshade. Like, if we're gonna like be specific, like they probably both chose their state at the same time. Let's be real. They specifically stated they were gonna do it 4 months after, and this is 4 months after the last patch. They did their due diligence in that regard. So if we're gonna point fingers, they both chose at the same time. Shouldn't the AI change the minions, make them feel good too? Yeah, it should feel much better. What do you think is going to be broken OP? I mean, Sacrifice did get buffed. It did get buffed to make up for all of the nerfs and changes. I got disconnected. Restart the game and go to a different server. Radu, restart the game. Go to a different server. It's a bug. You'll have all your stuff back when you go back in. How much did they improve visuals next patch? No one had access to the beta, at least. Anyone who makes content did not have access to the beta. But from what I saw, the visuals look good. Next patch, eventually I'm going to have like a new computer, which means I can actually run the game in like, higher frame rate and stuff like that. And in higher graphical settings. So in theory, it should look much more beautiful for me. Will the leveling planner for this be on max roll? Probably. I'll probably make a leveling planner. That's partly why I am playing this right now, is so that I can remember how to level the character. That's why we're playing right now. Gonna be a video for the Lich build you have on max roll? What video? Which build? Which Lich build? You have to be more specific. I have a few of them now. Thank you, Bensel. If I don't care about ladders, should I just make a new legacy character in season 3? Yeah. Yeah. No harm, no foul. Oh, god damn it. Poison Flake Chaos Bolt. I already made a video on it. That's what I get for trying to look at the stuff. Yeah, I already made a video on it. That finds here to hero build for this build. It's called Bagel Lock. Bagel Lock. It's in the description of the video of the zero to hero. Like I like for the bleed warlock, the bleed Carrion of Creation Warlock League Starter Build Guide video on YouTube. It's in the description for the zero to hero version of this. I plan to play Frog BM. Which Prime list do you advise to level up? Beastmaster. And probably something. How would you exclamation mark max roll for that, Toila? Yep, you're all good, Mandrake. $1,300% bleed chance. You think every tick, not tick, no, every explosion will apply it. You see those you see that explosion? Just one moment. See that explosion there? That will apply the 14 bleeds, not the actual skill itself, not the dot. I think Blood Spectre Bleed is going to be decent this patch. It should be in theory. I have to play it. I haven't played it in forever, so hopefully with the aggressive AI changes, it can make it good. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff I have to do right now. Lots of work and effort I must put forward. Yep. Make sure to watch the video. It explains everything. There's specifically a weapon swap you need to be aware of. For that specific version, variant, whatever you want to call it. Rest well before season launch. Oh, yeah, I always do. I always sleep. Ghostmaker is very sexy. We might end up just playing with Ghostmaker instead of Plague Bear, depending how much damage we have. But, you know, it's all dependent on how much damage we have. Any tips for when to start with a minion build? No, I'm joking. Minion build, I'd heavily suggest some kind of primalist. Earthquake Bear Beastmaster looks very fun once you actually get it set up. It'll take a little bit, but it'll be good. Tornado or Storm Totem better? Zero to hero. Tornado. Ugh. I mean, A-Bomb looks pretty fun for Necro. There's some other stuff I want to try for Necro, but I can't give advice on it yet because I need to actually play it. There was some skeleton rogue stuff going around that looked okay. Zekker's your man for that. Thank you, Creaky Bench. Anytime, sir. Oh my god damn it. Come on, dude. Oh my goodness. I'm like phasing in and out of existence right now. That should help. For Carrion of Creation gloves, heavily suggest checking out the link in the description of the League Start Guide. There is a whole zero to hero leveling guide in the description of that video. I would heavily suggest checking that out and looking at the gear in that planner because that is exactly the quintessential essence of what I'm going to be playing next patch all the way up until I get the gloves. So heavily suggest checking that out and watching that video. There's also a bunch of planners in the description that will go into absurd detail of exactly what kind of gear you want when. Nope, you're all good, broski. Are you gonna play the character before you trade out? Well, until when things actually go on the market, which will probably be a day in. That's what happened last time, at least. Right now, as it currently stands, I would heavily suggest checking out Snap OW on YouTube. I don't know if he'll end up making a video this time around, but he's the person to ask for group content, as I do not play in groups usually, and I do not like refine my content or like refine my builds around playing in a group currently. Yep, see you later, Desriel. Are you supposed to interact with the thing before killing the guy? I thought I did. Did I? Did I not? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Because there's. No, I didn't. Okay. I'll go back and do it. Alright, whatever. Sorry, I was up all night working on stuff. This computer fucking up bullshit has been keeping me stressed out this whole time. Staff over 1 per second count, and you just roll with whatever you get. The reason why staff is better though is because you get the spell damage for the damage over time pops for Infernal Shade, while also getting ailment chance on the suffixes easier. Because two-handed weapons like with suffix, your friends get you a loner. Yeah, they did. I got a CPU and a GPU that I installed today. All right, this mana regen should be better now. Was wondering because this video was put out early this morning. It's because I've been up all night. I haven't slept a wink. Gotta work on stuff. Can the Flay Chaos Bolt build be played from level 1? No. You don't even get Flay for like 5 billion years, so no. No, no, no. I would heavily suggest playing something else for a bit. Heavily suggest playing any other build and then swapping into it. Play as soon as it unlocks. Even then, I can't really suggest you do that. But you can do whatever you feel like doing, but I'm not going to directly suggest that to you. Dude, I fucking hate this shit. I fucking hate this shit. You know what? I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna fucking crash out. I hate this shit. Recently, over the past few years, with like the PoE shit, oh my god. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I hate I hate this song and dance where I have to like be absurdly careful with exactly the words I use. I hate it so much. Like so fucking much. Cuz every single time someone asks me, "Hey, is this build going to be good? Is this build going to be bad?" I feel like I have to walk on eggshells every single time I answer it because there's going to be one fucking dude who's going to be like, "Oh wow, Dread, that flay build that you recommended to me, it was shit. Damn, bro. Why didn't you have like time traveler like abilities and go in the future and figure it out for me before I played it?" I hate it so much. It's because what happened was because PoE. No, you're all good, Fury. This is a systemic thing. This is a systemic thing. This is not you. Okay? This happened that word bait. That's the word, okay? That's the word that you have to be so careful around because the whole entire PoE community turns into like this like inquisition the moment that word is like thrown out, and because of this I literally have to be so goddamn careful with every single word I fucking say, and I hate it. I hate it so much, and I'm so tired of it, but I have to do it because like there could be a situation like it's just toxic. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't want to become the new poison tornado shot, man. I don't want to become the new I like logged off stream and then came back with like two mage bloods, dude. I don't want to be that new guy. I don't want to be that guy. Okay? I don't want to be that guy. Right? I don't want to be. Right? So it just feels like I have to be so goddamn careful these days. And it's just so toxic because it makes me have to talk in such a weird manner, right? Like every single time I have to like talk about it, it just feels like I have to it tires me because having to talk like that, having to talk like PR speak constantly like that, it's draining. It's mentally draining because I have to think about everything I say 5 times over. It's like, oh, it's not political correctness. It's just simply, it's that's not what it is. It's because people are so okay. All right, let me explain. In Path of Exile, there's a lot of people who will follow a guide, but they won't read the guide. They won't watch the video. They won't understand things, and they won't do any research into actually playing the build other than loading up the POB. Because of this, because of this mentality of clicking on the video and loading up the POB and then, playing the build without actually watching the video, without actually having the context of the build, without understanding how the build works before actually playing the build, because of all these things, it has caused a very large majority of people to kind of build this negative like negative mentality towards people who provide content for video games in this regard, guides in this case, right? Because of this. And it's caused just this like overreaction to anyone doing anything, right? The servers are in maintenance right now, yeah. like and because of this, it's in PoE, I mean, it's in last Epoch too. Because if I recommend 5 builds that I enjoy and I like in a video, and like the top 5 builds thing, like people go crazy. They're like, wait, you didn't like talk about like Abomination? Isn't that build insane? Why'd you talk about Smite Paladin instead of A-Bomb, dude? It's shit like that, and it's just like, ah. And, all right. Can I play the game again? I'm gonna go take a piss while this figures out what it's gonna do real quick. I'm back. Oh, can't really be mad at those people because they're always getting used to, they don't know what you do different. Well, no, I'm gonna get mad at them because like there's something about being a like okay, if you were to get a new car, are you actually going to research it and go into it and look into it? If I want to go buy a new car, right? If I want to buy a new car, right? Can I play the game? If I want to buy a new car, I'm going to do my due diligence and try to do as much research as possible before I buy the car, because buying the car is a significant investment of my time and money. Okay? The same thing applies to a build. Because if you're playing Path of Exile and you're going to be playing the same build for a week, you, the consumer, needs to go out of your way to actually look into things and try things and test things and stuff like that. You need to do your due diligence. Otherwise, you're going to get debated time and time and time again. Well, yeah, I know people aren't like that. And guess what? I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out. Like, that's just being lazy, man. Like, okay, my question is, let's say someone is going on a vacation and they book a hotel and they don't spend enough time looking at the hotel and the reviews, and they just go like, ooh, cheap hotel, click. And then they get to the hotel and the hotel's garbage. It's terrible. What do we call that person? We call them stupid, don't we? I feel like we all agree to call them stupid because they didn't do their due diligence. They didn't read into it. They didn't look into it. They didn't do anything they needed to do, right? We call those people stupid. So why aren't we calling these people stupid? Right? Like, does that make sense? Like, why is there this disconnect where all of a sudden, when it comes to a video game, making builds in a video game, like, we can't have that same mentality? Like, I feel like as though we're allowed to call that out. I can't get in the game either. No one can, apparently. The and that's why that's why I end up having to like talk like that. That's why I have to talk like that. When someone asks me what's the best build in the game, I say Cinder Strike Blade Dancer, right? When I like when someone's like, "Oh, what's the best mini like what's the best pet build in the game?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not into pet play. I'm sorry." Like that's the reason why I have to talk like that. If you're wondering why I have to talk like that, let me give you an idea what it's like giving advice when it comes to builds in Last Epoch. One moment. This is what it's like. This is what it's like. This is exactly what it's like. I'm gonna play it for you guys. This is what it's like to give people advice in Last Epoch without trying to bait people and without trying to give them bad advice. This is what it's like.
Where are Shrek and Fiona?
Name doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, no bell.
I suggest you freaks cooperate with the new king of Far, Far Away.
The only thing you're ever gonna be king of is king of the stupids.
Hook! Right! Avast, ye cookie.
Oh, this movie's so good, dude.
Start talking.
This is what it's like giving advice to people in Last Epoch without like while walking on eggshells. This is what it's like because of this stupid build Inquisition like bait shit that's happening.
You can't lie. So tell me, puppet.
This is what it's like.
Where is Shrek?
That person, that's your average commenter. What is the best build in the game? This is my response.
I don't know where he's not.
You're telling me you don't know where Shrek is?
It wouldn't be inaccurate to assume that I couldn't exactly not say that is or isn't almost partially incorrect.
So you do know where he is?
On the contrary, I'm possibly more or less not definitely rejecting the idea that in no way, with any amount of uncertainty, that I undeniably do or do not know where he should probably be. If that indeed wasn't where he isn't, even if he wasn't not where I knew he was, could mean that I wouldn't really not know where he was. Laura, enough!
That's me. That's how I feel every single fucking time when someone asks me, Dread, what's the best build in the game? What's the best build in the game, Dread? What's the best build in the game? That's how I feel. That's how I feel every single time. It's like, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like as though I have to like work with double negatives. I feel like I have to like walk on eggshells. It's insane and I hate it. Speaking of, can I play the game now? All right. I know I'm not trying to fool anyone. That's the thing. That's not my point. That's literally not the point, dude. Like literally every single video is me playing the character and I'm not telling you to play it. Right? What? Oh, okay. What wallpaper is that? It's if you look up If you get what is it called? Wallpaper engine and you look up last Epoch, you'll find it. Alright, I guess we can't play the game. Dude, I spend all night trying to haggle and get a GPU and a CPU, and the game can't even do the due diligence of work. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna rage. Also, I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike on the YouTube stream for that, by the way. Time to make a tier list? No. Try West? Yeah, I'll try something else. No, that didn't work either. 6 string. Alright, well, I guess we can at least try to talk about the new uniques. Sure. Let me know if the game actually works again. It's their partner service? Okay. That's fine. I'm not complaining, by the way. We just gotta find something to do until we're, done. What's the most fun build you've ever played? Right now it's gonna be that Black Hole Ignite build I played. Alright. Let's review all of the primordial uniques. Why not? Let's talk about them since we have so much extra time all of a sudden. Okay. Architects of Astral Blood. Let's zoom this in a little bit here. All right, that's good enough. All right. Architects of Astral Blood. 20% of health lost per second. 42% of missing health gained as ward per second. 42% of maximum health gained as ward decay threshold. 240% of maximum health applied as a ward limit. A bunch of life. Stun avoidance. And +6 to all attributes. So, I think that this armor is going severely underrated under the radar. This is like low life if it was good. This is absurdly strong. To give you an idea, it's going to take half of your life and give you that as ward per second. So let's say that you're playing a build with like 4,000 life. All of a sudden, you have 2,000 ward per second. If you don't know, that is absurdly strong. A lot of people are trying to play minion builds with the T-Rex and stuff, the T-Rex summon and stuff like that. And I'm just like, dude, just slap on an Architects of Astral Blood, stack some HP, all of a sudden your character is immortal. Architects of Astral Blood is absurdly strong. You do have to imagine that this will just never drop. Dude, I have 5.5 thousand hours. That's literally a non-factor. If you play long enough, you'll eventually have it. It's not that big of a deal. It's probably not rarer than frickin' Red Ring, dude. It's just how it is. In one item package, yeah, you do not have to use the boots. That's not a big deal. Yeah, this thing's insane. Blossom of the Immortal, a Blossom of the Immortal Stone. This is very interesting. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with like Forge Guard. The biggest issue that I foresee with this amulet is it takes up your primordial slot. So you need to fill a few different requirements, right? You need to be doing enough damage that you don't need your amulet. Cool. You need to be doing enough damage that you don't need your primordial slot. Cool. And in theory, your best in slot body armor for this thing is a no portent. The reason why being is all of your void, necrotic, and poison are being taken as physical. Meaning that if you have an overcap of 20% physical or whatever, right, or however much you need to get the 20% less damage taken with no portent, you get 3 different resistances in one for that. So you probably should be running no portent with this, if you're not already running something like Titanheart. So not only do you need to not be using your amulet, you need to not be using your primordial slot, and you probably need to not be using your body armor for no portent. All of that combined, it severely limits what can actually probably be utilized with this amulet. You'd have to be a Forge Guard with no portent that isn't using a Titanheart, that isn't using its amulet slot, that isn't using its primordial slot, and on top of all of this, do enough damage to merit being this tanky. Right? That's like all of those problems combined. It also has some kind of side benefit where you can play with stuff that reduces your physical damage taken. And when you put poisons onto yourself with Aura of Decay, you don't get the negative res penalty doesn't hurt you because you're not taking poison damage, you're taking physical. So that's like another interesting thing with Aura of Decay. But yeah. All right. Blue Feather Band. This is going absurdly under the radar. The biggest problem with this item is the builds to utilize it don't exist yet. There aren't many builds currently that need this kind of mana advantage that aren't playing Sorcerer. There's a few. The biggest benefit of using an item like this is to run a 0 mana generator skill like Rive, Rune Bolt, Puncture, stuff like that. Things that cost 0 mana and give mana. This essentially doubles your efficiency of that, and it makes your, mana gain from that significantly better. At least pound for pound if you're actually spending mana. Does that mean it'll end up being good? I think there will be like 1 to 2 builds that can use this and the rest of them don't use it. It's kind of awkward because you don't have that many builds that I went and looked. I specifically went and looked. I specifically went out of my way to go and look. No, it's spell mana cost. That does not work for attacks. It says spell. That's why it's so restrictive, is because it specifically says spell mana cost. That's what the problem is with the thing. I think if that just said mana cost, it'd have 20,000 other uses. You could play an Earthquake build where you reduce the mana cost of it in half and you run no cooldown Earthquake, and then you run spell Earthquake, and then you run Tempest Strike to get mana, and that doubles your mana efficiency with Tempest Strikes, so you get double the amount of Earthquakes in theory. But that one's a little awkward, but still, that's a possibility. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Bones in the Ancestral Pack. This can be good. The ward equal to your endurance threshold can be good. Getting it every second, that is very good. It's going to take a lot of effort ahead of time, and it also takes up your catalyst slot. So the problem with having it be on your catalyst slot is you're not running a dual wield setup, or you're not running a two-handed weapon, and those are generally preferable if you're trying to do like a crit minion build. So like if you're trying to play crit minions, this isn't as good because like you definitely don't want to be losing your offhand like that. For ailment minions, this is a lot more useful because, you know, you don't really care about what's on your weapon because they haven't really printed good support for that yet. So yeah. This also needs to be on a class that can achieve a very large amount of endurance threshold. There are ways of cheesing it utilizing the boots and the belt, but you definitely want to have a consistent amount of endurance threshold. So Sentinel can be fine. The only problem with Sentinel is like the minions that you use on Sentinel scale based off your weapon. And if you're using a catalyst, you know, there's obviously a confliction of interest there. So that's like a problem. There's probably ways of using this. It's just the problem is they nerfed all of the endurance threshold. They nerfed all the endurance. I wouldn't use it on a Tyrannosaur build because you want as much flat damage as possible. You probably want to either dual wield or use a two-handed weapon. Tyrannosaur is really good for crit minions, and this is kind of anti-synergistic with crit minions because for your weapon, crit minions are very important. Carrion of Creation, I've talked about this thing to death. I won't talk about it for too long, but being able to turn everything into bleed is very strong. Also as well, having bleed pops that are pretty big is very strong, and that last line is just a little bit of flavor. Very good item, will end up making a lot of damage. Chorus of Anarok. This item here, if the Froggy Boys end up being good, this helmet will be good. If not, it might not be as good. But, this counts as +2 maximum companions for Summon Wolves or Stormcrows. You don't even have to use the Anorax. You don't have to. It also gives your minions area. It also gives you attack and cast speed for your minions. So this could end up being very good for those setups. Very interesting helmet. And of course, if the Anorax are good, it gets even better. It's a very good stat stick, but like I said, it does take up the slot of your helmet in your primordial slot. Fangs of the Berserker. So, this one's interesting. It seems fun. The biggest problem is, from what I've foreseen, is as you get more frenzy effect, you'll get a lot of more damage, but you'll also take a lot of extra damage. Because if, in theory, if it works how the two-handed axe works, right, that increased damage taken while you have frenzy should scale with frenzy effect. And the same thing applicable to the more melee damage as well. This could be bad. This could be good. Like, this is good in softcore for sure. If you're playing a build that just does a lot of damage, it could be fine. If you're never doing Uber Aberoth, this could be fine. Yeah. There will be a place for this. It's just the problem is like, the helmet frenzy item is like probably significantly better than this. So, like, yeah. It might be good. It might be bad. We'll see. Harmony of the First. You've heard from 50,000 different people how good this is. I don't really need to iterate. Horn of the Bone Wisp. The Flame Ward stuff seems out of place. The spell damage is pretty good. It's hard to get spell damage for your minions these days, but it's not on a two-hander, which is a problem. That's a lot of increased spell damage, a lot of increased minion damage. +4 to int skills is a quantifiable amount. That is actually a good amount for a lot of different minion builds and stuff like that for Necro. And 16 intelligence is nothing to snoff at. So, like, there could be a use for this. It's also very useful on Necro because, like, you just get free flame wards. It's very interesting. It's really good for ailment minions, I think, because that percent damage and then like the intelligence and the +4 is really good for it. And you don't have to worry about not running a two-hander for the flat damage, right? Even though it gives you flat damage on it. This could work really well if you like dual wield it as well, but like you can't really do that as a necro, so like I don't know. It's interesting. +4 to int skills is not something to snuff at. There are probably things that can use that. Its base spell damage is very low, so it's only going to be good for like if you're running an ailment intelligence skill, like, but the problem is it has increased spell damage, so like there's a lot of problems keeping this thing from being good. Hydra Arc. Hydra Arc is an interesting item. The biggest issue that's keeping Hydra Arc from being good, in my opinion, is the absurd legendary potential. If you had like a 2LP with double attack speed, with a T7 and T5 attack speed, this could be good. But the problem is you won't see that often. So, yeah. It could be good, but like that, you know, that LP level's pretty high and bows are very competitive because you really want to have like a bunch of attack speed. It's very good for crit. So stuff like Heartseeker crit with dexterity stacking, explosive trap, explosive arrow, like stuff. That's like the main thing. You could technically use it with multi-shot, technically, but like, yeah. Also, those rolls are atrocious. 3 to 33, 3 to 33, 3 to 33. Dude, it already has LP level 80. Don't make it harder on us. Holy shit, dude. It's interesting. It should be good. Like, just make sure you get like a 2 LP one and you slam it properly. I don't know. It's just with the low LP, it just kind of like peters out a little bit. Legends Entwined. We already know how good this is. Everyone's talked to death about this. This is good for a myriad different reasons. And Legends Entwined is the kind of item. This is the kind of item that just gets better with time as well. Because as they add more set items, this gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So, who knows? It's already strong with the set items that we have, right? But like, it gets better and better and better as we get more. Mask of Indifference. What the fuck is this? It can be good. If there's ever a reason to make yourself immune to these ailments, if there's like an item that says, you have 50 bajillion damage, but you get stunned every other day. This is good for that, right? You can do... Oh, wait. Oh. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Wait. Wait. Wait a moment. Don't tell anyone anything. Shh. Shh. Don't tell anyone anything. Shh. Shh. Okay? Shh. Let it happen. Just let it happen. Mask of Indifference. You're immune to bleed. Aura of Decay can convert into bleed. This means we can scale Aura of Decay as much as we want without dealing with the negatives of it. You could also do this with like Exsanguinous as well, but like this is like easier. Look at the top of the Warlock tree. You mean this node? This is damn though. This is damn though. But yeah, per negative ailment. Oh! Immune means you still have them on, right? The immune means you still have them on, right? Is that what immune means? I can't remember. Yeah, it does. Oh! Hello! Hi! Alright, so before we start, we need to read this again. All effects of it related to... So, your chance to inflict bleed applies. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. Problem. The biggest problem is like... It's like, so there's a problem with it. Like, how much bleed chance can you get? Well, that's what we're going to figure out. Okay. Well, this needs to be a Valder's Chalice. This needs to be Salt the Wound. Intelligence, T7. Intelligence. Eventually you're going to want this. It's going to be a one-handed axe. Dragon Bone. Crit. Damage over time. We have to be a warlock. There's a reason you're only friend. Six string will explain it, but we have to be a acolyte. I mean a warlock. There's a reason. The note at the top of warlock makes this function, I think. So level of this fucking thing. Oh my god, it's actually, wow. Damn, bro. The LP level of this thing might actually make this work. Any unique we want to use. Oh yeah, Decrepify for sure. Take shock boots for extra ailment. Nah, that's not worth it. We don't crit multi. Probably health, right? Yeah. Health with leech, right? Let's do the passive tree real quick here. You want as much int as possible. Oh my god, Six String, we gotta give you a raise, bro. Oh, Blood of the Exile is definitely best in slot for sure. For sure. That is not even a question. More damage would that be? 90 stacks, so 18%. Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, with Aura of Decay, you want as much damage as humanly possible. However you can manage it, you want damage. It doesn't matter how you get it, you want damage. You just want everything to be damage. Everything. And this is a good start. Because you can also make it so that you get damned on you. Because you don't have to take the bleed damage. It means you can be a lot more, you know, judicious with what you take. Dude, this is so fucking cool. I am so gonna play this build. Oh my god. I think this might be our second build, actually. This might actually be our second build. That's fun enough that we can make that our second build. Problem. I need more points. We want as much int as possible. Because we can get the fizz damage reduction. Yeah, you can run Aura of Decay as well. There's so many things you can do. There's so many things you can do. Like that, this is the beginning of the end for this build. Like, there's so many things you can do. Like, we are nowhere near done yet. Remember, as we get bleed duration, we get more stacks of bleeds on ourselves, Mr. Sleepy Cat. Remember? Need 1 point? What do you mean? One more point for what? Bottom row? What do you mean? Yeah, I do. I have it for the English for the 4% more damage. Yeah, I have that. Why am I at so much void res already? Oh, I'm not. I'm dumb. It looked like void res for a moment. Well, we don't need that. We just want to be able to apply anguish so that we get the 4% more damage. We don't really care about Oh my god, boys. We might have found a way to make Aura of Decay not ass. This legitimately might be a way. What the fuck? This is gonna be an absurdly expensive planner, and I don't care. We want to be tanky enough, or we can just stand still. Are you on Twitch too? Yes, I am on Twitch too, sir. Cool. Complete overkill on resistance. Nice, nice. Oh, it's because of this thing. So I can get rid of resistance wherever I want. Maybe not there, actually. There. Oh, actually give me another plus level too as well. Oh, we also gain more Fester stacks for channeling. That's interesting. I don't think we can make that work properly, but still. Oh, it gets converted, but it's not telling it's getting converted. It's fine. Ignore that. So I just need some cold stuff. That's fine. All right, skills. Chthonic Fissure. Profane Veil. Oh yeah, Bone Curse. Because we want to Bone Curse the enemy for Decrepify. What else do we run? Think I'm missing something? Probably Chaos Bolts. We probably want to go Chaos Bolts with Chthonic Fissure for extra single target. We're not using mana anyways, right? Physical Ghost Flame. Yeah, but then we have to start worrying about mana, and I don't want to have to start putting mana regen everywhere. That would be obnoxious. How can Ghost Flame trigger Rip Blood? I don't know. Ghost Flame is Permafester. Oh, do you count as standing still? Oh. Do you count as standing still? I guess you do, huh? Do you count as standing still? I guess you could just use Ghost Flame instead. Yeah. Sure. I see what you're saying. One moment. I get it. We just use it to stand still. Yeah. With dodge rating? Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. That makes more sense. You're just using it because you're standing still anyways. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. We'll have to fuck around with the mana. That's like one problem is we have to fuck around with the mana. We gotta like get some mana related stuff done. Cause like we're already draining 6 from this node. Or 4. So like yeah, we'd have to run some mana sustain somewhere. We do have 60%, but like we'd have to fuck around with that. How much crit multi are we at? 382. So we're at 80% fizz pen from that. And then, oh, I need more fizz res actually, because we're giving negative 170% fizz res. Ooh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. We'll have to like fuck around with that. Yeah, we will push this out. I will push this out without Ghost Flame. Just to be sure. But I will mention Ghost Flame in passing that like you can do that. It's a thing. We will fuck around with that. But for now we will abstain from it. Just for mana's sake. Because like I'm not sure how the mana is gonna feel at all. That's my biggest worry with this, but we'll figure it out. The community together will figure it out, don't worry. Because the biggest problem is going to be your mana. So just like getting some mana regen here and there would help. Oh, you can get a 2 LP one pretty easily on this. Alright. And then we just need bleed chance, right? Is there any bleed acolyte idols? I can't remember. Oh, we probably just want damage over time while overloaded, to be honest. Yeah. These are probably our best in slot idols. Or why did you take Mana Feast? What are you talking about? You mean for Rip Blood? Mana? We're going to be draining 6 mana per second from this. We're going to be casting Chthonic Fissure, right? We're going to be casting Bone Curse. We're going to be consuming a decent amount of mana. Chthonic Fissure does cost mana. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're going to use Direct Rip Blood if we need more mana. Because we're just going to be sitting there waiting for stuff to happen, so. So my problem is I need like... Fuck, I need so much more resistance. Holy shit. I just realized that. We need so much more resistance. Very close. And you must be wondering, Dread, why are you getting so much? Why are you getting so much? Well, I don't know if you read this node. We're going to have -1 fizz res per int, and we have 170 int. I'm sure you can guess why. like we're at 100% and we need 20 more because for this. Probably get these, yeah. Cool. Just a little bit of cold res and void res, right? I mean, we can put void res here. That caps that. And then we just need something with cold res. Do I need more fizz res? Just a little bit. Ugh. All res on shield? Yeah, we could do that. But we already put fizz res there. 3 LP on this is absurd. That's probably not a good idea to try to go for. I need some cold res. Probably here. That's good enough. Because we're getting 20% less damage taken from here. 20% from 10% from here and 10% from here. Like, that should be enough. All right. Okay. Cool. Dude, this is so fucking cool. You don't even know. This is amazing. All right, cool. Whew. I do have to go grab the leech on the tree, though, unfortunately. All right, so we have about 90% fizz pen from here, from Salt the Wound. We have, on top of that, another 164% fizz pen, right? From that. Cool. Plus another -10. And then Mark for Death is another 25. So it's like a lot of negative resistance. Like, let's say negative 300% resistance, right? Let's be real. Something like that. We have 67% duration here, 50% here, 40% here, and then 20 to 30% here. Now, how much bleed chance do I have? 801. 801. So it's 30% per quarter second. So 1/3 of that, that's like 228, 280, 280 times 4. Yeah, that's like, it's like 120 of my current amount. So that's like 960. So 9.6 bleeds per second. Ooh. Plus all the ailment, effectiveness and all that, right? On the tree here. Plus all that. Because there's like ailment duration, ailment frequency, right? More damage here. Ah! Wow! We might have found a way to make Orb of Decay work! Look at that! If anything, we'll at least be able to do 1,000 corruption with it. Alright! Boys, ladies and gentlemen, we have actually found a way that might actually make Orb of Decay Orb of Decay actually work. This might actually be functional. Legitimately. This legitimately might function. Now, there's more refining you can do with this. You can do Ghost Flame as well if you want. You could probably do Ghost Flame. You'd have to change some stuff, get some mana regen here and there, and change your idols up. But obviously, I want to try Ore of Decay first because, you know, etc. And then we can put in, you know, Ghost Flame if we want to. But yeah, that is hella entertaining. I don't know how tankier we need to be, right? Yeah, I know, right? I would not have seen this. I would not have seen that combo. I literally would not have seen that combo. Like, you can either do this or you can go the low life version, but I think this is simpler. I legitimately think this is simpler, because if you go low life, you have to do all the ward stuff, and then you lose access to the boots. Like, you lose access to, like, it's going to be annoying, right? It's way better to do it this way, in my humble opinion, than do it with Exsanguinous, because you can actually run the boots and the gloves and all that. I'm not sure if the gloves are worth it, but it is 90% pen and bleed duration on it, so like I'm sure it's fine. You could probably get more crit multi if you tried, but like, you know, it's like not a big deal. No, we are using a primordial. This is the primordial. Wait. Is this a primordial? It is, right? Am I? Yeah, it is. Yeah, because I clicked on primordial. Yeah, it's primordial. Yeah. Woo! All right. Cool, let's save this real quick before it dies. Bleed, what is it called? Mask of Indifference? Mask, Aura of Decay, Bleed, Warlock. All right, here's the planner for anyone who wants to like mess around with it yourself. Probably find a way to shove in Ghost Flame, but you're gonna have to find a way to get the mana fixed. So have fun with that. But yeah. One moment here. Can we play the game yet? No? Can we? Can we play the game yet? Is it up yet? Let me try playing the game. Because if we can't play the game, I might end the stream and make a video on that. Without the rest of the primordials. Well, I'm going to make a whole video talking about them, Bob. Okay? How does that sound? I have nothing to do tomorrow. I will make a video talking about it just for you. How does that sound, Bob? Just pay attention to the YouTube. I will literally make a video just for you. How's that sound? All right, we're ending the stream here. Normally I wouldn't, but what am I supposed to do? I mean, we could play offline, but like, who cares? Like, whatever. Let's go raid someone, shall we? I'll make the video on this stupid thing. Let's go raid someone. If you haven't already, I would heavily suggest subscribing to the YouTube, as that's the best way of currently supporting me. You also join the Discord, as that's the best way of being notified of when I go live or I make a new video. We'll probably stream one more time tomorrow. I don't know how long it'll be. We'll probably have to play offline if we want to. But let's go raid someone, shall we? Thanks for the time, guys. Bye.